So Naira Marley was up on social media in a very staccato-ish type expression where he kind of like advised young people to stay away from drugs.
As should be.
The post here says, Naira Marley pays a courtesy visit to the chairman and chief executive officer of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, Brigadier General Mohammed Buba Marwa, at the agency national headquarters in Abuja, where he advised young people to please stay away from drugs. We all know Naira Marley. If there's anything to describe him as, he's a rebel. His lyrics are less than moral and often laden with suggestions for drug use and sex and all of that.
I think there've even been videos of him actually smoking marijuana.
Several actually.
I mean, he does that on his page always. So to see him in that instance, telling about how dangerous drug use is, like, people were like, that doesn't look sincere.
Okay, so the thing is, for me, I feel like it's not so much as whether or not the message is sincere, but the importance of the message itself in the first place. So, you know, I think it was really strategic on the path of the NDLEA boss, you know, picking someone who is known to, you know, engage in certain practices, right? And saying, okay, we know you to be this kind of person, right? But we would need you to be an advocate,
an ambassador,
an ambassador of some sort
so who do you
against
for
this
such
practice.
an endeavor?
So you know the thing
let me
is,
read this to you.
Right.
This is a tweet he tweeted on the 3rd of 7th month is July, 3rd of July 2023, just only last month. Where, and I quote, he says, God, please don't let me see what will make me leave smoking. Amen.
So he said smoking. He said smoking.
So I'm going to
It is.
wait.
No.
Wait, I'm going to call it for what it is.
Right.
It is both. To the core. You know why? It's
no.
very simple. When you see someone is an ambassador, the person has earned the right to come out and represent. There's a moral status. Exactly. Okay, you know what? This was me, and this is me now. Which I understand is probably what they were going for. But in all honesty, he hasn't been able to prove that.
So let's ask the question. Is he advocating against, or is he being made an ambassador for?
So he made a video, you know, talking against drugs.
Yeah, he did.
All right? So who made us moral police?
No. It's not about
all right?
moral
So
police.
my point is this. It's very simple, right? It was strategic on the part of NDLEA boss to have brought someone of that nature to talk against drugs.
We agree.
So whether or not he's into, you know, what he's talking against, the most important thing is the fact that he talked against it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. See, let me tell you something.
For me,
I think I understand where these people are coming from.
Dick, pull back your foreskin. Listen, let me say this.
What is going on here?
Yeah, what's going on?
Started the show, so. But the point is, if you are going to go in that direction, at first, wouldn't it have been best if you took that individual, made it seen that he has changed, turned a new leaf.
Exactly.
What's up with Naira Marley? He's no longer, and then make that kind of an announcement.
An ambassador,
wouldn't it have a better impact?
Exactly.
But I look at this thing from two sides. From one side, I'll say, okay, fine. It'll be like when I used to smoke, and people that did not smoke used to tell me smoking wasn't good, I should stop. I was looking at them, you've never experienced it to understand how addictive smoking is. You get me? It was when somebody that had quit smoking told me that, listen, I know what you're going through. So it was easy for me to relate.
Exactly.
So it's like an Ashawo can come out and tell you Ashawo no be work. And you can relate with her than a girl that's never done it or has been put in that position.
Exactly my point.
So now, but here's the thing. The trick is we're looking at a substance that has been made legal in so many countries around the world. So marijuana is not exactly seen as a drug per se. So when he says don't do drugs, he's not talking about don't smoke weed.
Is it legal in this part of the world?
Wait, but hold on. There's so many
there's
so many drugs out there that people are doing that are harmful and super dangerous.
That's correct.
Yeah.
That's
Then
correct.
now to kill itself, I now saw a video that Snoop Dogg did in 1998. A PSA Snoop Dogg did in 98. We know who Snoop Dogg is. And the concept was exactly the same. The video was Snoop telling people, don't do drugs. Drugs are bad. Drugs kill.
Yeah.
So it's easy for the people and consumers that do that to tell people don't do it. I had a friend that his dad once caught his friend smoking. In their house, the dad used to smoke, I don't want to say the brand, but the dad used to smoke a certain brand that had a brown filter.
Okay.
And then the boy's friend came to the house and was smoking a brand that had a white filter. And then when the dad was coming, he kept the white filter in the tray of brown filters. So when the dad came home, the dad saw that somebody had smoked.
Yeah.
Called the friend, lambasted him, insulted him, told him how dangerous smoking is and how it can kill him. And told him to get out and brought out a cigarette and lit it. So sometimes it's just like if we look at our lifestyles, there's certain things that we do that we know are ill.
Yeah.
And we don't even want our children to do it. We will tell them, don't do this. Don't do this, don't do that. But daddy and mommy are doing some of those things. So it's easy to get the people that consume these substances to come and tell us, don't do it.
Deck, would you let your son or daughter ride a bike?
So the thing is this. One of the things I always say about biking is a lifestyle for a lot of people, especially someone like me. And I understand the dangers attached to motorcycling, right? I will introduce my children into motorcycling. If it's something that they like, I'll be more than proud of them to go into that lifestyle.
That's where we differ.
Okay, so
That's the thing.
The way I say it, the way I say it, yeah, for you to stand for something, you need to be able to represent it fully. If I come out today and I say, okay, no to certain things, I should be an example.
Exactly, first off.
I need to be able to prove that, okay, you know, like what Gang said, I've been through this journey, so I understand your pains.
Yeah, exactly.
But this is where I am, and this is how I was able to do it.
This is why I stopped.
You understand? And, you know, because I'm coming from a point of experience.
Exactly.
So if I come out and tell you that, please do not do this thing, it is bad for you.
Sure.
It's authentic. But if just last month I was saying the same thing about indulging in it, and I come, that's hypocrisy.
It's
to the highest level.
But check this out. It's like Nigerian politicians talking about corruption.
I was trying not to go there.
It's like Nigerian politicians.
I was trying not to.